Welcome back, everyone. PCJ here, and my special guest, Jordan, has returned. Woo. And we're checking out his October 2018 RPG crate. Yes, we know we're already into the month of December. As you can see, we're all decorated up, ready. Fortunately, had to put a delay on this box. We meant to do this box actually almost a month ago now, probably about three and a half weeks ago now. But as all you know, I had a lot of things going on in November, a lot of sad moments in my life in November I had to deal with. So we unfortunately had to push it back, but we're here now. We're going to check out the October 2018 RPG crate, which, of course, Jordan's been getting these for well over a year now. And we know Jordan loves these things. They're amazing, cool items. And he is the Dungeon Master himself. So he's got all kinds of experience to do with running his own campaigns. And he gets a lot of necessary gear for running those campaigns. So how are your campaigns going right now?
Right now, my players actually just finished their 1 through 5 level arc,
Okay.
and I think they enjoyed it. They actually got to pilot this huge earth elemental like a Megazord from Power Rangers while they're fighting this city that came to life as like this big gel tentacle monster thing, and they seem to really enjoy it. Right now we're kind of going into finding what made that thing come to life pretty much, and they're having fun with it. They're enjoying the adventure, and I'm having fun just sending them through this little world.
Okay, cool. So what do we know about this month's box?
This month was no easy task.
Okay.
That's about as much as I know about it. It looked like it was a bunch of green earthy stuff, so I'm looking forward to like maybe some druidic creations or something like that. I don't know.
And I mean, I remember when we did the last time, we did an unboxing in October. That was the last time we did a video, because really we didn't do it in November because of everything. But I remember now with their crates, they've decided, hey, we're not going to get these out in the time period to match up with whatever time of the year it is sometimes. So they've gone ahead and they've done a better job where the box we unboxed in the video in October actually was September's box, but it had items that would be relatable more to the Halloween season. I remember that. They kind of had that kind of thing going, because otherwise this is the October box, but we would have been opening this in November. So yeah.
And they've been just like doing things a season early, so that way like if you have a Christmas campaign coming up, the November box is probably gonna be something Christmas themed. I haven't actually looked at it.
And I wanted to add something real quick before we get to the unboxing here. From last video, we did have a couple of comments from people on here, and I've already said before, we've shared with everyone out there watching. We thank y'all for tuning in, of course, to check out these unboxings with us. But if you ever have any questions, whether you're a noob, an expert yourself, or you want to share something, or critique anything, or comment anything that we talk about on here, do so in the comments. And if you ever have questions regarding RPG Crate itself, D&D, any kind of campaign stuff at all, you got an expert right here to bring up any kind of topic. Bring it up, and Jordan will definitely cover it, discuss it, share with you as much info as he's got to share, or help you along with anything you're doing in your own campaigns. But we did have a comment I want to share here from the team themselves, RPG Crate. They left us a comment on our last video sharing, awesome unboxing, guys. Thanks so much. New this season, all of the adventure cards are now also serialized for the whole season. So they can be used as one-shots or all 3 in a month as a long adventure, or also now you can link multiple months together for a whole campaign if you wish.
Ooh.
The entry and exit points for each card take into account storyline between multiple months now.
That's honestly awesome, because I know I love having the one-shots. They're really fun, but it's also cool that if you want to, you can link them all as one big adventure. Because I know they have the little supplement they give you called Tales from the Bloody Bucket whenever you sign up for this. That way it gives you a way to introduce these campaigns into your campaign or whatever you want to do. But it's nice now that you can either use these as one-shots or have a big adventure out of them. That does add a lot more to the crate.
Yeah, and I think it's great because there's some groups that get to meet once a week, even twice a week. Others, you get once a month maybe. So if you have this kind of crate coming in, then every time you meet up, you're like, hey, the new sheet's here. Let's add this to it, and it helps to continue. And whether you want to do it the way they now have it available, you can still always just add those one-page adventures in at any point, just to throw a little bit of a surprise in there for your players to not see what's coming. So it's really great. Last thing I want to add is we did have another comment from the unboxing we did. It says here the Spider Woman in Japanese folklore is the Jorogumo.
Jorogumo.
Okay. Yeah, so I know that was something on one of the items that we were looking at. We weren't too sure about. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, it was I think it was actually the mini.
Was the figure?
Was a Spider Woman.
Okay, the effing cool miniatures.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which again, just every time that gets mentioned, I absolutely love effing cool miniatures.
Right.
Best name ever.
Yep. So there you go. So thank you to the folks that left comments, and especially thank you to RPG Crate for checking out the unboxings every time. We appreciate that. We've been fortunate to be featured on their website, which is more awesome. Mm-hmm. So let's get to the unboxing. Let's check out what they got for you this month.
Yeah, let's crack it open.
All right.
So first item we got is of course our cheat sheet that we're going to save till later. Mm-hmm. Our next item is our T-shirt. Yeah. Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh. I actually like this one a lot.
Okay.
So this looks like maybe some sort of forest creature, something like that, and maybe like a druid or something that's become one with the forest.
Looks like a goat head with multiple horns.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I like it a lot, though.
Yeah.
I really
don't know
like
if
the
it's
colors.
supposed to be a human face, though, or actual goat. I mean, it's got the goat horns, but that could almost be a little more of a human.
I think it might actually just be a druid or something like that.
Okay.
Something that's become one with nature or something like that. Or maybe it's like a way of the ancients, paladin, something like that. I know their nature forms get pretty intense.
Okay.
So it could be something like that.
All right.
Even
I like it.
Whatever it is, I absolutely love the color scheme of this.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm definitely going to wear these a lot, which I know my fiance has been kind of laughing at me lately that pretty much the only shirts I wear are the ones from RPG Crate.
I mean, that's my entire wardrobe now is all the shirts I get from subscription boxes.
Yeah, like all my other shirts that I've worn and bought throughout my life, it's like, oh, well, those just kind of stay in the closet, and now I get these big comfy shirts. Like even right now, I forget which one this was, but I'm wearing that like gargoyle shirt with all like the lime green and stuff. Oh, I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And it's super comfortable. Let's see what we got next in the box. It's like next we have our recipe.
Okay.
Which is the Windy Goat Stew.
Windy Goat Stew. Okay.
I actually like that one a lot because it's a play on words from the Wendigo, which is like this. I think it was like a goat / deer creature that was known to feast on flesh and stuff, usually during like the winter months.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
okay.
I'm wondering.
I mean, it's the perfect time of year. We're entering into the fall season. Cold weather, not so much here. We get a little bit, but not much down here in the south. But everyone loves stew on a cool day. So
yeah, we get like maybe a week of winter, and then we're back to summer.
And then what's on the back of it?
That's usually where you can either get this recipe or come in contact with the creature to get the ingredients for the recipe.
Okay.
And that's one thing I really do enjoy is with these recipes, especially if you want to go like the extra mile for your campaign, you make this dish and keep it kind of off to the side until your players come in contact with it, and it adds a little bit more immersion into the game.
Definitely.
Either that, or if you just want to do it for like after the D&D session or whatever. But I think it's a really cool thing to do. Plus, some of the recipes have actually been really good. We've had them for dinner several nights and brought them to parties and stuff like that.
You know, we say this every time. Rule number 1: when you play D&D, when you do any kind of gaming, you got to bring food, bring snacks. It's a potluck experience, and whether you bring a bag of gummy bears or some goat stew, hey, it's yeah.
I know we actually went to a Halloween party where we bought the goblin fingers.
Yeah.
And a lot of people really enjoyed those.
Nice.
So next up, let's see, we actually have our effing cool miniature.
Okay.
And this looks like it's some sort of like ranger druid multi-class character. But I'm definitely liking this one though.
Yeah, it looks good.
I like the antlers on it a lot.
So it's kind of like a ranger with the bow and arrow, and it's also got a staff. Or is that the arrow in its hand?
I think that might actually be a spear.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get the... Yeah, it looks like it's a spear in the back.
Okay. Looks good.
Yeah.
And remember, as always, you can paint these, design them however you want them to look.
Yeah, they're all made of metal, so they're super sturdy and make traveling with them super easy. So next up in this box, we got our one-page adventures. Got A, B, and C here.
Okay.
So this is what we were talking about earlier, and I don't know if it was done for this month. Oh no, yeah, because it was a comment from the last video. So it looks like from the October box forward, all these ones are actually going to be linked together as either just the chain or as one big campaign that you can do. So that's definitely going to add just an extra layer to all this. But I absolutely love taking inspiration from these and using them in my campaign, especially since my players run a guild that they're called the Bad Dragon Tribe. And they have several different contracts that they pull up through other cities that they go through and try to like solve all their problems. So with these, sometimes I'll pull these up as contracts that they can do, and then they go down this huge adventure.
Okay.
And I do like how in the beginning they had front and back, there's always some sort of picture, there's always some sort of map, but lately they've been going a little bit above and beyond and actually giving you as much information as you can possibly get for this information all on one page, and giving you like visuals for what you need. So like, here's the quick map, and then here's all the informations about rumors, like this guy right here saved my cow. That's probably one of the different different quests you can do for this little one-page adventure, stuff like that.
Okay.
And here at the bottom of all of these, they have this wonderful tool where they have all the monster stats that you need right here. So instead of having to look up in any of the monster manuals or anything like that, or if you're a new DM and you don't have access to all of those materials, it's right in front of you.
Okay.
And this also allows them to put their own creatures in there and just make something fun to battle.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, I think, if anything, to get these boxes, this would be the reason, just because they have so much to add to a campaign just on one page. Plus, they're all laminated, super strong, and they keep really well.
Definitely.
Looks like next up, we actually have our book, and this would be the second reason to get this box, even if you're just looking for something to add to a campaign, because this one, it's like a level 3 adventure module. So this one's actually a full adventure.
Is that a different? That's a different company. We haven't heard of. I haven't seen that one in these boxes. Usually, it's what, Frog.
Usually it's Frog God, Necromancer Games, stuff like that.
Okay.
This one's Goodman Games.
I hadn't heard of that one yet. I don't remember.
I think I have a few books from them, at least on PDFs, but it's nice to actually have them in, even if it's just a paperback. I absolutely love having these just available to me. And this one looks like it's a full level 3 adventure.
Okay. So this gives you an entire actual
creation.
story to do, huh?
Yeah, this one's actually like, if you just want to do a full-on adventure, start your characters off at level 3 and go for this.
Okay.
And one thing I like to do with these, just because I do a lot of homebrew, is I'll read through some of these, look at different things, and then like this picture right here, I know that's probably not what's happening, but I see a dragon being captured and trying to be cooked alive. I can already think of different ideas where maybe instead of killing a dragon or having to save a dragon from like this cult that's trying to eat it or something like that. And it puts a little bit twist on like this iconic monster.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a sea pseudo dragon. That's nice that they have like this little mini monster manual in here too. Yeah, this is gonna be.
You got maps too. Okay.
Yes, this is also a big thing. If you want a bridge to whatever, but you can't think of something in your mind and don't feel like drawing it, take one from this, and then boom, you have it. Yeah, this is gonna be something I'm definitely gonna be reading through. Ooh,
It's like a spider tank, something like that. Crab tank.
I think there's something like this.
Looks
actually,
like a crab. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's actually something like this in the Dungeon Master's Guide. It's a thing that the players can actually climb in and drive around.
Nice.
It's a legendary item just because it is a little bit overpowered, but it's nice to have a different variant of that being like a crab.
Cool. Excellent. All right. Anything left?
Next up,
Last
looks
but
like
not
we're
least?
just down to our dragon foam.
Cool.
And with this stuff, just awesome utility to use, just because, of course, it's called dragon foam because it's all perforated, so you can actually tear it apart and form it to whatever case you need it to be. So instead of having this big piece of foam that you have to cut with scissors, just boop, 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 and then you're done. And
you get a sheet of this in every box, which is good for packing, but also storing, because then you can store your minis, transport them easier. You could do with some of your dice even, because you've got a lot, not just the little plastic dice. So you got a few dice, just a few. But you got some of the heavy duty ones that if they're jostling around, they could scratch up other dice or other miniatures, and you could use that for help for keeping it protected.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but, and then you can also make structures out of this, right?
Yeah, something we talked about in other videos that I've actually started doing myself is I'm making a castle out of these. I'm trying to make it to scale with the minis, so
you need to send us a photo of some sort to share, so you see what the status looks like.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on that.
Yeah,
I want to get it a little bit more complete. I think I've got like the flooring down right now and like a little bit of the walls, but yeah, I'm actually taking this, and you take these little cubes off, and you can actually stack them onto each other, glue them, and make a large structure out of it. So you can actually make something in proportion to the minis, which, as you can see, like this guy's the average size of the Effin' Cool minis, and I'm trying to make a castle for him. It's going to be a pretty big project to do, but whenever I put that on the table, it's going to be a big shock to my players, and I think it's going to be nice and fun.
And by using this stuff, it's lighter, it's more durable than actually. If you went out and actually bought scale model stuff and whatnot, that's a lot of money. You got to run the risk of it getting broken in transporting it from home to your campaigns or whatever, and then it takes up more space. This is a lot more easier to get around with. So.
Oh yeah, because it's foam, and if you squish it, it comes back.
Yep. So there we go.
Whereas plastic, you squish it, well, you have squished plastic now.
Yeah.
But
all right,
yeah, it looks like that's it.
That's it. All right, let's check everything out on the checklist.
Okay, cool. So going off the checklist, we got our exclusive T-shirt. And looks like it's a druid's wisdom extends beyond the forest, so it is a druid.
Okay.
Yeah, I really love the color scheme of that. I like that like aqua green. Like it's.
I mean, it kind of to me at first when I saw it. I mean, I see the leaves and whatnot to symbolize like the forest, but I also thought like, is it like seaweed? Is it like a underwater creature at first? It kind of before you see the horns, to me, it just looks a little more like creature from the lagoon underwater. Yeah.
Like seaweed and stuff.
Yeah.
It just looks great though.
It does.
I'm loving the colors on that. Next one, we got our premier metal miniatures from Effin' Cool Minis. So it looks like this one's the Lord of the Hunt, and he's a huntsman.
Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah. So it looks like he's just like a ranger. I thought he was a druid because of the horns, but I think he just wants to look cool.
Yeah.
And then we got our dragon foam, which we got right here. Lovely tool. And we got our recipes for adventure, which is the Windy Goat Stew, which I still think is an awesome play on words.
Yeah.
And we got our legendary adventures, which is our one-page adventures.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Which looks like we got Unleashed, Mistakes Once Made, and Righting Wrongs. Which that looks pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna have to give those a look. And then we have our pillars, or the pillars of Pelagia or Pelagio, whatever you want to call that. But I definitely love the tiefling on the front.
Yeah.
I know one of my players actually plays a tiefling warlock. And he plays her as blue, but that tiefling is black. But I think that pretty much represents what she looks like, just different skin pigment. And I'm going to have to show that to him.
And that's everything, right?
Yeah, that's everything.
All right. Well, definitely another great box from RPG Crate. And if you have not seen the unboxings before or subscribed to them before, go to rpgcrate.com, subscribe, and keep in mind, we didn't mention this. We usually always remember to mention this a few times. Not only can you subscribe to their box, but go to their website, and you can also purchase certain items that you saw in this box and past boxes if they have, a little overstock left over. Yeah. That way, if you only want the one-page adventures, want to buy some Dragon Foam, whatever, go to their website, check it out, and not only can you subscribe for the next month, but you can also find entire past crates or select items. So it's a great way to stock up on anything you need. And we're in the holiday season right now, and everybody needs a little something to add in for a gift somewhere. So it's a great way to get some stuff like that if you got friends or relatives that are into the tabletop scenario.
Or just looking to get into it and not really sure. This is just
totally. Yeah. But yeah, I've been very honest. Like, we did a campaign with a bunch of friends for well over a year. We were doing gaming, and I was the newest of the new when it came to this stuff. Every session, I'm like, can I do this or this? And you guys are kind of like, dude, you can do anything you want. It's your imagination is what limits you on what you want to do. And I had questions all the time about this. So like me, this would be perfect to start off because it would provide me with a lot of things I would need where I just need to go out and buy another set of dice and get a couple of friends to come over, and we're good to go. We got a campaign, got some recipes, got some miniatures, and I can look like I'm wearing what I know what I'm talking about, at least. But yeah, so it's a great service, and it's a great box. I highly recommend it. Jordan, of course, loves it, recommends it highly.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, go to rpgcrate.com, subscribe, and check them out. And remember, as always, thank you out there to everyone for watching and joining us for the unboxing. And if you haven't done so yet already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can check out all the previous unboxings. We got a whole playlist available, well over a year's worth to check out if you want to see all the other previous boxes. And remember, as always, got the DM Master himself right here. Got questions on anything you see here or anything to do with tabletop and D&D and gaming, send me questions, post them in the comments, and we'll bring them up on the next unboxing video. Got anything else you want to add?
No, I think that's it.
All right.
I love this. Like, I love this crate.
Right. All right, guys. Well, we're going to take off, and we hope you will tune in again for another unboxing with Jordan and myself. So until then, this is PCJ and Jordan. We're signing out.